Okay, hi everybody, welcome to this evening's stream. This evening we're going to be doing something again slightly different. We're going to be jumping around a bunch of games that are being made by members of our Crayta team here and their families. So we're trying to show the power of Crayta and the collaboration and how powerful of a collaboration tool Crayta is, while at the same time celebrating the International Day of Families. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Let us know in the chat as always if there are any problems. We'll be taking questions as always, so if you have a question, please ask it. We have plenty of mods in the chat. I will do my best this time to try and monitor the chat a little bit more and actually answer some questions on stream. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're probably just going to jump in to each of the games that are being made and just see how people are getting on. So I think we'll just jump straight in and jump into the first game. As always, Adam's here with me. Adam should be there in the background. So Adam's going to be kind of floating around the games with me and also jumping off to do any sort of technical support for anyone who needs it in their game. Okay, so all of our families have shared their games with me. So it's as simple as me just now coming to the Create tab in Crayta and scrolling down to the games I can edit. So these are the games I've been given permission to edit. So I'm just going to jump into this game. Okay. Okay. Oh, bear with me.
Good evening.
Good evening. Looks like my game just decided to fall over, so I have to bear with me 1 second while we jump in. But everyone should be able to hear Martin on the chat. So Martin is our IT director at the company. So Martin, do you want to just give us a little bit of a background as to who you're with and what the game is you're making?
Sure. So I'm here with Jacob. Say hello, Jacob.
Hi. So
Jacob's my son. He's in the living room. I'm in my study. So we're running two sessions. So we didn't have any fixed ideas to start off with, other than we wanted to create more of a parkour or like a little mini adventure and blocks to jump over and obstacles. So ahead of time, we created what you can see. I don't know if you can see it yet.
Yeah, you should be able to see it now.
Super. So yeah, we just took a skyline and we, perfectly honest, we ripped that off from what you did on Tuesday.
I mean, that's the beauty of it, right? You know, it's all a shared collaboration tool. So to be honest, we ripped this off from Tak, one of our artists at the studio. So, you know, it's all a joint effort at the end of the day.
So if you follow me, this is going to be our start. And this is where the action is going to happen.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a really nice display of all the voxels.
So we've got a pile of things in the corner here. All the different items we're hoping to make use of.
Okay, I'm just going to get my drone out.
This is a colourful room.
And that was the bonbon part. We thought they'd be looking like sweets.
Ah, so it was sweets. There was some discussion about the name.
Yeah.
But you were right, Adam. It was sweets.
So it's supposed to be sweets and parkour, but we called it bonbon pourquoi.
Bonbon pourquoi. Okay. Cool.
So,
okay.
Yeah, we just made a start in this room. Yeah, we're just going to start making our obstacles, and then if you fall, you will fall to your death. There'll be spikes or a bonfire to fall in, or whatever. So
it's kind of like sounds quite enticing. It's all this sort of really nice honeycomb, nice and colourful. But then actually, what we've got is a room full of pits and death.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, right. So we'll probably check in with you. No, that's fine. This is quite a lot of progress, more than I'd expected. So this is really good. We'll probably check in with you guys a little later. So we'll jump into our next team.
See you later.
See you later. Right. So what we'll do is we'll just return back to the hub. And we'll jump into our next chat.
Okay, hot dogs. Hot dogs and ham. The giant ham. I mean, he's made of meat. You have to keep that.
Hot dogs and ham. So you guys
Oh,
So, okay, so you guys are up next. So what do we have for you guys? What was your game name?
We have monstrosity is what we have.
A monstrosity. I like it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that's feed the baby.
That is indeed.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you like our baby?
Oh, no. Okay, it's quite dark, but I think that might be for the best.
Yeah, you don't want to see our baby in sunlight.
Wow. So, okay, so we've just come from nice, colourful, sort of super shiny, super nice looking, colourful parkour land. What have we arrived in here? So what's the gameplay premise?
I'll show you.
Oh no.
Oh, we've got my physics gun. I like it already.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Feed the baby.
Okay. Wow.
That's it. We're gonna design like a lovely little terrain and hide food all around for players
That
to
is
pick
terrifying.
up and feed the baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to constantly feed the baby. If you don't feed it every 30 seconds, it will turn around and lazy or something. I don't know.
Cool. Okay.
Of course. I mean, who would you? Of course it is.
Of course, yeah. You know, I have a baby. I have a baby, so I know how these things go when you have children.
Your household, right?
Is this baby made of meat?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't that make sense?
Stand on it, Russell. Jump up and down on it.
No, don't.
No.
It's disgusting.
Don't.
Okay. Do you want to just talk a little bit about how you made this this baby? It's kind of the words. But yes.
Our beautiful child. So
Yes.
Our wonderful child here. So it's made out of a bunch of different voxel meshes. So you've got the chest, which stays still, the head and the separate arms, and then I've added basically just a timeline ping pong animation script so that the head just constantly moves back and forth and the arms flail about at different speeds. And then the complementary bits of light and fire effects which are determinant for a baby, obviously.
Cool. So this is a kind of a nice example of how we can use sort of the Lua scripts that we would use on sort of normal 3D meshes and entities. We can actually do the same with extracted voxels to kind of create these animations. And I see you've gone for the really super aggressive fire eyes as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Isn't that what babies look like in real life?
Absolutely. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm really looking forward to coming back into this one a little bit later to see what you guys.
I'm sure you are.
What you guys are up to. Okay.
So genuine.
So I'm just going to jump back to the hub and we'll have a quick check in on our next game.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so the next game we have is the Swans. So hello, Swans.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
How are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
We're doing all right. Ready for a quick visit?
Come on. Yes, take a look. I mean, you'll see we're pretty much finished.
Pretty much finished. Okay. So what are we
awesome,
looking at? Yep. So do you want to just quickly talk us through your game and sort of what it is you're planning to make this stream?
Okay, so we've got me and we've got my son Toby.
Hello.
And my daughter Laura.
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
And we're building a game. What's the game called, Laura?
It's called. What is it again?
You named it. Party Time.
Party Time.
Party Time. Yeah, that's the game I joined. So that's good.
Yeah. So we've got 3 little party games that we're making that we've come up with. The first one will be in here. We had a play a few days ago and we found that when you turn the physics on the robots on, you can then run and jump at them and knock them over. So when they fall over, they explode now and they're going to give you points. That's what we're doing there. This is our unfinished disco stage.
Yeah.
And for that mode, you need to do lots of dancing, well, jumping up and down.
Jumping and
Oh, yeah.
gives you more points.
And this will be our crawling kind of obstacle course where you then need to jump into a hole to score more points. And it's all about working together. So we all have just one score that we're trying to make go as high as possible.
Right. So it's like a sort of cooperative party game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are starting, well, apart from a few code scripts that we're carrying over, we're starting from scratch and see what we can build in the hour.
Okay, that sounds good. So this isn't made from one of the templates. This is a game that you've kind of started with a completely blank slate, and then you're going to bring in some packages. Okay, cool.
Yeah, correct.
yeah, so that's interesting. So yeah,
It will be.
yeah, yeah. Well, I wish you all the best of luck with that. So we'll just jump across to our next game. So okay, we'll check in with you guys a little bit later.
Cool.
Bye.
See you later.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shenton family.
Hi, Russ. How you
Ha-
doing?
yeah, not too bad. How are you doing?
We're pretty good.
Pretty good. So you must be our last game, Willow's World. So I'm just going to jump in now. So how are you getting on? And yeah, do you want to maybe just talk to us a little bit about the game you're creating?
Yeah, so this is Willow's first experience with Crayta, isn't it, Willow?
Yeah.
So Willow's been learning Crayta the last couple of days. She's progressed from the pad. She's been playing it on a console.
Yeah.
And you wanted to do a bit more, didn't you, Willow?
Yes. Because I was finding it harder on the console, so I was going on like my keyboard and mouse.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So it's nice that you're able to use the pad and the keyboard and mouse if you want to.
I think you've got all of them going now, haven't you, Willow? You've got a PlayStation controller plugged up to your
Yeah.
laptop with the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
She's moving between them to help her build things.
Yeah, that's cool. And what's the game type? I've just found a flag upstairs. I assume that's involved.
Capture the flag.
Capture flag. Cool. Nice. Okay. I might just take a quick peek outside to see, because this looks like a really nice environment from what I'd seen slightly earlier today. Uses our really nice meadow voxels. Okay, classic red versus blue, like it. Cool. Okay, all right. Well, just let us know if you need any help with anything. But in the meantime, we'll leave you to it, and we'll check back in a little bit later on.
Thanks,
Okay.
Russ.
Cool. See you later. Okay, so hopefully you've got a bit of an idea of the sort of variety of games that we're trying to build sort of all together at the same time here. I might just spend a couple of minutes in the sort of over here in the hub. Oh, see Steve's hit. Yeah, so over in the hub, and just kind of any questions, make sure you're asking them, and we'll sort of do our best to answer them in chat. I'm not sure whereabouts you've gone, Adam, but if you're busy fixing things.
Shenton's. Just looking at the houses, they're really good.
Yeah, they are
like the
really good.
design.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting through some of these games a little bit later on. So which one do you think is going to be best? What's your favourite so far?
Oh, come on, that's a bit mean. I can't pick favourites at the
No,
moment.
I'm
I
really.
can pick the one that terrifies me.
I was going to say, I'm really interested to see where that sort of baby game's going to go. It's going to be quite interesting. That one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try and pick some things out of the chat. It's awesome. Are you able to create MMORPGs with NPCs and quests? So we won't support NPCs out of the box at launch. We won't have things like AI pathfinding and things built in, but we do have a fairly comprehensive code editor and coding system built into Crayta, so it's all sort of Lua scripting. So there are some basic things you might be able to do yourself. So in terms of some very simple pathfinding for entities, quest dialogues and things. I know, Adam, you've been working on something in your own time, just as like a sort of like a quest journal system.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of packages in the works. One of them is a sort of NPC dialogue tree. So you essentially define questions and answers, and if you want, actions that can happen as a result of those answers, so that you can have a sort of event-driven dialogue system. And then the other thing I just started on was trying to get a quest system in place, so you can keep quests where you have to progress through the quests, hand them back in for rewards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you could sort of build that into either like a tutorial system, or that could be kind of a complete sort of RPG quest system, I guess. And that's something that players should hopefully be able to download from the community browser and put into their own games if they wanted to.
Yep.
Yep. Just looking through. I think the mods are kind of on top of it really well, which is good. So as I say, keep your questions coming in, and we'll do our best to answer them. Okay, so what we'll probably do now is we'll jump back into the first one. So Bonbon Pourquoi. Probably not said that right. And we'll visit Martin again.
Perfect French.
Yeah. Okay, so hi Martin, we're back.
Hello.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Hopefully we make it in first time this time. No, something about your game it doesn't like.
No, sorry about that.
That's okay. We'll try again. So how are you getting on? You making much progress?
Slow progress, but we're getting there. I've just put a load of campfires and I'm just adding a death script to the campfire. So if someone lands on a campfire, they're toast.
Literally toast. We should get a toast mesh you turn into.
Is there a toast mesh?
There isn't.
I'm going to find one.
There isn't. There really should be. Okay.
Can't see me moving around at the moment because I'm using my drone just to speed things up.
Yeah, so how are you finding it sort of being between the basic mode and the advanced mode?
So I'm not using advanced mode as such. So I'm on the PC
yeah.
in a Chrome browser, and Jacob's actually using the Stadia controller with the Chromecast on the TV. I think Jacob's a bit more proficient than I am, but I think that's because I'm old and he's young.
Yeah, you're coming through. Okay, yeah, I can see we've got a few more things going. And you've actually got them moving while we're in the editor, so you're simulating them to help you get an idea of how it'll all sort of work, I guess.
If you don't simulate them, you don't know how far or where exactly your moving object's going to end up. So, we've turned simulation on a few things. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, so one thing that you can do in Crayta that's a sort of really useful thing is simulating objects while you're in the editor itself. So if you have something that has scripts on it and you kind of want to see what would happen if if the game ran right now. In this case, these moving platforms, instead of having to preview the game and go and have a look, you can actually just simulate what would happen in the editor, which is a really good way of sort of speeding up that iteration, and you can tweak the numbers until you get it just right.
We did that with the buildings as well. We were placing the buildings out in the world. One of us would stand in that grass area while the other one was moving the building about. And then we can make the fine tweaks afterwards just by editing the property.
Yeah. So again, it's that's really useful, especially the nice thing. The other thing that's really nice about the basic mode is actually having sort of your character in the world. So if you're making things to jump over or crouch under, you kind of get that idea straight away of how it's gonna behave. Which it's really nice. Cool. Okay, anything we can help with? I'm not sure where Adam is. He's
I'm lurking in this chat.
Adam's here.
Yep. So if there's anything we can help with, don't worry if not. We're kind of more than happy to leave you to it for now.
I'm not sure what Jacob's got to. Jacob, what are you doing next?
I'm just trying to turn this around.
Turn what around?
So I'm going to try and kind of do a turn. Just the right turn, and then try and put some axes or something to try and kill you.
Okay.
Nice.
Adam, a meat cleaver.
Yeah, Adam's good at his swinging axes. I think in the jungle pack, if I just have a quick look, if you go to the meshes and sort of put the jungle expedition mesh pack, this has got quite a few traps and things in here. So you've got there's a machete there. You've got spiky logs on a rope, quite a good one.
Nice.
And there's the swinging there is swinging blade. It's quite a nice big. Stick one of these down. But yeah, nice big swinging axe with its pivot point at the top, so you can get this sort of classic swinging action on that. Cool. Okay. Well, we'll probably leave you to it for a little bit longer then.
All right.
Yeah.
Check back in a bit then.
Yeah. No problem. Cool. Okay. Speak to you later.
See you in a bit.
Okay, Maggie and Sean, we're coming to you next.
Hello again.
Okay, how are you guys getting on?
All right, just creating some terrain.
He's going around painting the floor, and I'm trying to make food.
Oh, so yeah, okay. What I'm just going to do for mine is I'm just going to enable this. So as we can see, Maggie and Sean are in sort of fairly dark world, which is, it's fine. It's quite an interesting environment to be in. But the thing is, I kind of want to come in and see the environment, or I might be working on something and not necessarily want it to be this dark. We have this option up here to override the editor. So when we're in the editor, it kind of goes back to default. So if I click this, it's going to turn everything back to bright. But actually, when we preview the game, we go back into a dark environment. And that's just a nice way of actually being able to set the dark environment, but not be stuck working in a dark environment. So I can see, yeah, you've got some of our jungle bush sort of voxels. Yeah. So do you want to talk us a little bit about maybe what you're planning, sort of what this terrain is going to get filled with, perhaps?
Ooh, go on, Maggie. Give away your creative expertise in this.
Oh, well, I'm just going to create little hills, little places where you can hide food, and all the babysitters will have to run around looking for food to throw into the baby's mouth.
Hidden by trees and
Hidden with trees, little plants. We've got lots of different jungle plants, don't we?
So,
Flowers, that sort of thing.
so it's kind of a jungle. It's like a big jungle baby. Is kind of the theme. Is there anything I can do?
A giant demonic baby.
Anything I can do?
Plants about.
Yeah. So do you want me to? I can maybe run around and place some trees.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do that. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Okay. Let's go.
If you get them angled as well, like if the baby's been thrashing about a little bit.
Oh yeah, I could.
Oh, they've been knocked over.
It's like go like full kind of
45 degrees.
like King Kong going through the jungle sort of thing.
King Kong meat fire baby.
We might have little like fire pits as well, because that's where like all the angry fire tantrums have resulted.
That's where the babies come from.
No, there's only one baby. We don't want more. So yeah, if we all feed this one, it'll be fine. The world won't end.
Sounds good.
We've got a bunch of jumbo food props that we're trying to assign things like score points and.
Okay. You're going to go for sort of like the bigger the prop, the more points?
No, so if I can get around to time, the idea is that the baby will demand certain foods at certain times. So like 30 seconds in, like, I want meat, and you have to find all the giant hot dogs.
So you get like bonus points for sort of the most in-demand food.
We have chocolate mesh, like giant chocolate.
We do.
Yes,
you've got so obviously you've got the voxels as well, so you can always sort of extract. You can extract the voxels and make like big chocolate bars or big balls of cheese.
That's true. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Meat baby can have meat.
I suppose meat baby will mostly eat meat, but should get 5 a day as well.
Yeah, plenty of fruit and veg. This game just gets weirder and weirder.
I'm looking through these food meshes that I've got. I guess because some of them are jumbo, but there's a salmon, and the calculated mass based on the physics is 51 kilos. I'm sure that's quite heavy for a salmon.
That's quite a large salmon, isn't it?
It's a chunky salmon.
I don't know if you guys are happy for sort of chat suggestions as well, but I'd be interested to see what the chat would like to see.
If anyone can somehow make this weirder than it currently is.
Throw it in.
What I might do, where I've just put these trees that are kind of knocked down around, what we call him, baby? What's baby's name? Or is that a chat thing?
We haven't got a name yet.
Don't give it a name. That's how you summon the Dark Lord.
Cool. So what I might just do is find our mud. Let's quick search for that. I think we've got mud voxel, and I might just paint some of this around on the floor, kind of in a trail.
Yeah.
A trail of where it's been.
Is there like a vomit one? Because that would be quite accurate.
No, there is not.
All right, we'll do. I don't know, lava or something.
Most of your disappointment.
We do have noodles. There's a noodles one.
Noodles.
That's fair. Actually, that's fairly.
Not that I want to be. I don't want to be encouraging too much of this insanity, but okay. And I think some of the granite would look good. And I'm going to use it.
It has some hair on its head. Very nice.
Have to have hair on its head.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Ironically, come from Robin.
Sure, Robin.
What's the hairiest voxel type we have? Scrub forest.
Scrub. That's a scrub.
I'll give him a little scrubby hair.
We could name it Robin, I guess.
Yeah, it's named Robin.
Robin.
Baby Rob. Do
There
you
we
like
go.
that? See if everyone likes that.
Yeah, he's got some scrubby hair now. But I'm gonna give him a sign to make sure he's called Robin.
This way to baby Robin. Okay. Like we need directions.
I'm gonna.
I apologise. I'm not doing much good to your world tree at the moment. I'm not organising anything, but I could have a look
Don't
in the
worry.
sec.
Don't worry.
We're not either.
Okay.
It's perfectly okay.
Cool. Okay, so how does that look around the baby? It's kind of a scene of destruction. There's
What's your critical input, Maggie?
I'm going to move them a little bit.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah, feel
doesn't
free.
like it.
Feel free to just
No,
throw
I
them
didn't say I
around,
didn't
but
like it. I'm just, moving it
that's just my speed build.
I'll add some plants in a bit, so I might do that first.
There's
Actually,
quite a lot of plants.
there's never
Sure.
enough plants.
The one thing that's actually like a bit of a useful tip with the plants is if you have a lot of them, if you turn collision off, it will just stop the players getting stuck on them a lot.
On trees
Ooh,
and
good
stuff.
one.
So the trees are, it doesn't matter too much unless you've got a lot of trees together, but the small kind of plants on the floor, it's really useful
Yeah.
if you if you can sort of turn the collision off and it
collision off.
just stops people getting stuck. Unless you want that, that's perfectly valid.
Although that's not a bad thing, is it?
It's kind of hindrance as well. So cool. Okay, I
Cool.
see our collection of fruit up here, or various
Actually,
foods.
I'm gonna hope that I don't accidentally break the game and just give it a quick shot. Oh my god!
Run!
Okay, right. I'm going to leave that one with you guys. I look forward to seeing what you come up with a bit later on. Okay, I'll catch you later. Okay, coming in live to the Swan family.
Oh, okay, or we'll just stop previewing, so let's see if you hit us at the right time.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to try and join now. Okay, how are things getting on here? How are we doing?
Yeah, we're going okay. We haven't actually sort of prettied things up yet.
No, that's fine.
Laura's been building up the disco stage over here. So how far through are you, Laura?
Well, I'm still filling in this bit.
Filling in that bit, then we need to build the
Yeah.
stage bit around it.
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
And then the robot room, so Toby's been in here. What have you been building, Toby?
I've been building a contraption to make it look like an interesting room.
Oh, wow.
So that all moves and animates, does it?
Yeah. The
Ooh.
cage floats down and upwards, and the platform spins around.
That's
Nice.
cool.
And then we made a hole.
Still making. Yeah. We're still making a tunnel.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, we're
is
gonna have a
about
tunnel that you
to-
have to crawl through the tunnel and then jump in the hole.
Right, I see.
So if we can have a go at there's some bits not working, but I think if we preview now,
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
see if a countdown that's working.
Disco
So we have
jump.
to go up there and jump up and down.
Get points.
Oh, I see, yeah, and with our score's going up as we do it, yeah.
Yeah, we all just answer the same score. Oh, now into here. So you have to run and jump at the robots. Oh, and Toby, you got the music working.
Yep. Managed to sort that out.
Ah, cool. I can see, yeah, and the cage is moving. That looks cool.
When you do that, you get more.
And then you'll run and jump in the hole.
Coming.
Die! Get extra points for that, 500 points for falling through the hole. And it should be random which one it does each time. It's just doing it in order at the moment.
And we'll see what happens next game. So you guys all having fun doing this? Seems like you're having quite a lot of fun.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, Toby, you've picked up quite a lot now doing this, haven't you? You can
Yeah.
add sound effects, turn them on and off, add movements, rotations, lights. So hopefully it'll look quite pretty by the end of this as well. Now we've got the game kind of up and running.
Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to coming back to see this once you guys have done your prettying up. Is there anything Adam or I can do to help with that, or shall we just leave you guys to it?
I think we're okay at this stage. We'll see. We might get stuck as we add more and more things.
Sure.
I've just arrived, but it looks like it's going pretty well.
Yeah.
Quite impressed.
Yeah, got a nice little working game loop. It's good. How did
Yeah.
you find the UI, Chris? I assume was that you doing that?
Yeah, that was there was a little bit of the server client aspect I had to get my head around. Just need to display it on each user, but the actual kind of adding the widget and then connecting that with some JavaScript and adding a score, that was actually, there's an example kind of widget there, and taking that was quite easy.
Cool.
What's really good is when you get the hang of the events, and so you can just very easily expose an entity and then connect them together with events, and then just call their functions just through just connecting them together. So yeah, but once you get the hang of that, you can do things very rapidly. So I just brought across 5 code scripts, and I could just attach them to a different game mode locator, and then just wire them up to the scoreboard, and it all kind of works from there.
Cool. Yeah. So once you get over sort of some of the more technical things, you do find yourself you're in a bit of like a drag and drop kind of just hooking up the wires sort of situation.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. All right. Well, you guys feel free to go back to edit whenever you're ready, and we'll perhaps just leave you guys to it. Sounds like you're getting on quite well.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Shentons. You're on stream.
Hello.
How are you guys getting on?
Pretty well.
Good.
We just
Yeah.
started building some parkour action into our capture the flag level to make it a bit more
Ooh,
interesting.
more parkour. Mind if we jump in and have a quick look?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, jumping in. Is there anything we can do to maybe help?
So what we'd like to add maybe is a couple of weapon pickups. So we made a little grassy knoll up here.
Okay.
If there's a couple of guns we could add to the game,
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can have a look at setting those up for you if you'd like.
that'd be great.
Cool. I see that the sort of the game looks very different now. Do you want to just talk us through what you've done to sort of achieve this look?
Well, it was Willow's choice. Willow, do you want to talk about what we did?
So we changed like the settings on the game. So at first it was kind of like a darker, but we thought this one would kind of like bring all the colours out.
Cool. And that was the color grading and post processes, was it?
Yeah.
So you wanted it to look a bit different, didn't you, Willow? So you chose an alien
Yeah.
planet look.
This looks awesome. It's like
It,
a comic
does-
book.
it does look really cool. I was just about to say it's got a very comic book sort of vibe to it, hasn't it? Yeah, this looks great. The weapons you'd like us to make, anything in particular? Is there any sort of theme, or should we just make sort of a surprise?
A surprise would be good. Something quite powerful up there.
Something quite powerful. Okay. What do you think, Adam? Or should we make one each, maybe?
I've only just dropped into this chat. Are
Oh.
we supposed to make weapons?
So yeah, so they'd like us to make a weapon pickup.
Cool.
So
That sounds like a fun challenge.
let's have a quick look. So I can search the store. Oh, sorry, search the library under the weapons and have a look at what we've got here to play with. I've got all sorts of stuff. Paint gun's always quite a underused one. We could maybe try and do something. Could always try and kit bash something. Could try and stick a couple of guns together.
That sounds interesting.
Do you want to maybe have a quick look to see what scripts we've got in the game, Adam? See if we've got sort of pickup scripts and gun scripts. And if not, you could have a look in the community tab.
Yeah, so there's a gun template here. So what I'm going to do is just drop that straight into the world, and then we can start editing it from there.
Okay, whereabouts are you going to do that? And I'll come and have a look.
Over by Blue House in their garden.
Okay.
I'll just drop in a gun pickup.
Be careful
Then
with the flowers.
Yep. Sorry. Okay, I assume this is your gun you've just placed outside.
It is indeed. So I'll break the link to the template so it's not one of the original guns. And then we
Yep.
can turn it into our new gun.
Okay, right. Yeah, I see. So you can kind of take a template of something and then sort of break it from its parent, and then you can kind of change it and make it into an entirely new template.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. Okay, that's...
So I'm liking the idea of kit bashing a few things together.
Yeah, so I always like the railgun. Always feels like a nice starting point, and I wonder if there's something we can do with the railgun and the paint gun. Maybe flip the paint gun upside down.
All right, let's give it a go.
Willow, while those guys are doing that, do you want to fill in the other side of the map on the corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we put in some trees for cover?
Yeah.
Are you creating the paint gun, Russ?
Oh, I can do.
Go for it. I've just had an idea. I always like making a sort of ring of pistols at the front because it looks like a really cool muzzle when you do that. So I'm going to try that.
Okay, so paint gun. I'm going to create a child paint gun.
And make sure you turn collision off on the children of this gun as well, because otherwise you'll end up sort of bumping into people with the gun,
Yeah.
which probably would look a bit weird.
Okay, so paint gun is now disabled.
Do you see that at the front? The sort of funky looking muzzle we've got with the 4 other guns.
Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah, you've got it.
In fact, 8
Oh
guns.
wow, nice. I mean, really ambitious. You could get those to spin around as well. That'd look pretty cool.
On it.
Okay, any suggestions from chat? Let's sort of see what we can throw into this weapon.
So is there already a spin script of some sort in this world, I wonder?
There could be. I'm just going to turn off this to see if I can get a slightly easier. I mean, the effect is nice, but again, similar to Sean and Maggie's world, if you're kind of in the editor, you might want to sort of just have that sort of stuff turned off just to help you be able to see it a bit easier. Okay, so I've got the paint gun at the front and just kind of sticking up out the top to look like a bit of a, I don't know, sort of like an extra attachment. You've got your crazy barrels at the front. That looks really cool.
Oh, I've just lost them.
Oh, I see they've gone.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. So you might see that one thing I've got here, I'm in my character mode at the moment in the sort of basic mode. I'm also able to enter sort of a first person view. So as this character, I can kind of run up and see things up close. You'll notice Adam's in his drone, sort of buzzing around, busy working on this. I can see a few trees going up, looking really nice, looking really good. How are you guys, the Shentons? How are you guys finding working together in collaboration?
It's pretty good. We've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's generally quite fun, isn't it? I think as soon as you kind of start to realize that it still feels like a game, you know, you don't get too bogged down, and you just kind of start to enjoy sort of your time together in it. It's quite nice.
Yeah, we had quite a lot of fun learning how to do things together, didn't we, Willow?
Yeah. The doors was an experience.
An experience.
The doors were Willow's introduction to scripting. She's learned a hell of a lot over the last couple of days. It's been really impressive seeing how much she can do now.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot to be said there. Again, you know, you're having fun, but you're also learning, which is, you know, it's a really, really good tool for that sort of thing as well. And again, the collaboration really helps with that sort of learning side of things. So you can kind of come in to help each other. If you're sort of stuck on a particular problem, you can have someone come into your world and in real time actually sort of debug and assess what's going on, sort of show you how things work. Are you in any scripts at all at the moment, Adam?
I'm in a spin script, but I just thought as Willow's written a door script, presumably, we should probably take a look into that.
Yeah, could do. Oh, I've just locked up. I shall be back with you shortly, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, so for anyone who's here perhaps for the first time, doesn't really know what Crayta is or hasn't been to any of our streams before, Crayta is it's a collaborative game development platform which is coming exclusively to Stadia this summer. So what you're seeing now is kind of it is Crayta. We're kind of going between various games that are being made in Crayta. We're celebrating International Day of Families, so as I mentioned, we're a collaborative game development platform. So actually what we're trying to do here is to show how various families, so with these sort of families of our Crayta team, making all sorts of different variety of games and different sort of, some are from starter maps, some are from sort of completely from scratch. So yeah, we're really interested to see what everyone's throwing together. If you are interested in what you're seeing, then make sure you do subscribe here to YouTube, because we've got all sorts of content planned for the coming weeks. Okay, should be ready almost to be back in. Okay, if anyone does have any questions about what they're seeing, make sure you ask them. We've got several people in, sort of several moderators in the chat answering anything. I'll do my best, as I sort of said earlier, to try and ask and answer what I can, but it seems like the mods are doing a really good job of keeping on top of it at the moment. But if you do have any questions about Crayta, you know, about what you're seeing or about what we're doing here, then please do ask. You know, we do our best to answer. We've also got a Discord server, which if one of the mods could throw that up into Discord, that would be super handy. Sorry, if one of the mods could throw that into the chat. Okay, it looks like we're back. So hi guys, I'm back with you again.
Hi Russ.
So hey, cool. Okay, so where did we get up to? So we're looking at this crazy looking weapon that we're in the middle of making for you guys. Adam, did you want to jump into a script together?
Sure, yeah, we can have a look at the door script, which I think is one of the ones that Andy and Willow have pulled into the game.
Yeah.
So while you were away, Adam and I were just talking, because obviously Willow's only literally picked up the editor the last couple of days. She's not really got her hands dirty with the scripting side of things yet, but she wanted to make some interactive elements. So she raided the community content store for some scripts for the doors, and just by dragging and dropping them on there, she managed to make the doors interactive and work the way you wanted, wasn't that? Didn't you, Willow?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah, that's an interesting use of the community sharing. So to get those doors to work, you didn't actually need to write any code. It was just a case of retrieving a script that someone else had made shareable, and then just hooking it up through the sort of built-in event. So that's really interesting. Adam, did you want to just jump into the door script, or say are you working on a sort of weapon script at all?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I suggested it and then forgot to move in myself.
That's okay. So we've mentioned a couple of times about Crayta being a collaborative development platform. And actually what you can see here is an example of that. So we've got collaboration through the editor where we have characters in the same game making it together. But there's actually what we also have is that collaboration going into the code editor. So I'm in the script as well as Adam, and we can see here that Adam's typing away. And I'm not actually typing at the moment. So if I type up here, just this little comment, this is a comment. Classic. So we're both able to work on the same script together in real time. And I can see that Adam is suggesting that he's leaving some suggestions for the Shentons about maybe playing some sounds potentially on the doors, just as an extra bit of homework, I suppose. So from the sort of learning point of view that we mentioned earlier, you can have players come in and actually help you code in real time in the same script, which is a super useful way to actually sort of teach people certain mechanics with Lua, as well as sort of the intricacies of the API built into Crayta. Okay, I might leave you working on this weapon for a little bit, Adam, if that's okay, and I might
Sure.
just jump out
Yep.
and check in on what you guys are up to slightly later on.
See that, Russ?
Cool. Okay. See you later.
They're
Second.
coming back in, Cobb.
Okay. Yeah. Here we are. How are you guys getting on?
Well, we've almost got a full circuit. We just need to go something in our final corner to join it all together. I reckon another 10 minutes and we'll have something that we could actually run around.
Oh, excellent. I might just have a quick peek in.
Sure.
But then, yeah, that'd be interesting to see. Oh, wow,
Adam's
yeah.
left us a swinging axe.
Oh, very good. I told you he does like his swinging axes.
Yeah, so that's quite good. So any inspiration for what we could put in the corner?
Ooh, so have you got a particular theme in mind, or are you just kind of jumping between the various themes?
We just want to join one bit to another, really.
Yeah. So there are a number of theme packs to choose from. Let me just open up the library. We'll have a quick look. The Arcade City stuff makes for quite good like monorail tracks. You could maybe do something with a train maybe to run around on. You've got the scaffolding. I think the scaffolding actually lets you sort of pass through it, which works quite nicely for parkour stuff.
Okie doke.
Plenty of crane bits to pick from. Let me just check that works. Yeah, so you can kind of walk through the center of these meshes because the collision is just on the bars. So the scaffolding pieces of the arcade pack might work quite well. In fact, I can drag this one over to you. Cool. Okay, well, while I'm here, while you guys are sort of busy with that, I've seen a few people asking about sort of character customization. So you'll notice obviously that we have these characters that we take with us through playing games, creating games. Characters are a sort of a big part of the creator experience. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly show you how you kind of customize characters. So again, this is just from Escape on the menu. And we see this customize option up here. Okay, so from here I've got various outfits available to me. And these outfits unlock sort of the more you play Crayta, the more you go through sort of our progression system and start to unlock these things. I think this one might be, yeah. So I can see that I've got a sort of a variant of this outfit is currently locked. Why don't I just switch to one of our nice Crayta wear jackets? Let's go for this one. And then we can also change things about the character themselves. So sort of the way the character is made up. So like the body, skin color, head. So again, I could just show you a few things here. So maybe we'll switch to a sort of female body. All sorts of different skin colors. Various heads. You can even get slightly more sci-fi with it. Let's stick with that one. Eye color, so classic picking from the sort of color swabs. Styling, so this is where we kind of get more into the detail of the style of the character. So various haircuts, hair colors again. So there's a whole raft of customization available to the characters, including extra little highlights on the hair. Makeup, and maybe even a bit of facial hair, which will obviously match the sort of color hair that you've picked. But yeah, so there's all sorts of things we can do there, and we can also go customize our drones. So again, a big part of Crayta is the drones. The drones are kind of the extension of the character, so we wanted to make sure that those sort of things were customizable as well. So we have several to pick from. That all animate in these kind of really quite nice small little things. They're all quite fun. I might switch to the rabbit for a little bit. We've got these fun Crayta stickers on the side. Okay, we have icons to pick from. So these icons up at the top that are kind of your avatar. We have a whole load of those, these really nice bits of artwork that we've had made. I might switch to Love Heart, and then actions. So again, big part of Crayta is the characters and the way you can express yourself. So we have all sorts of things to do with sort of dancing. You can do all the emotes, you can do sprays, which will kind of spray artwork on the floor. And again, we've had some really nice artwork done for us that kind of plays on like a nice kind of almost neon graffiti sort of look. Quite cool. Emoticons, so these are actually things that will play out of the drones, so the drones can play these sort of in the world, and I'll maybe show those now. And music, so we can get our drones to play a little bit of music, play a little tune, which again works quite nicely. So let's throw that one there. Okay, so I press escape and we see that my character is instantly updated, so all those changes kind of there happen on the fly, and I can pick let's do this one. So we see that this actually plays sort of in 3D space out of the drone, then the drone will disappear. And again, do this one. Drone's going to just play a little sound. Again, it's just an extra little way to sort of express yourself. So, okay, well, it seems like you guys have got a pretty good grasp of what's going on here. So I'll perhaps leave you to it. Okay. And I shall just jump back to the hub quickly. Cool, okay, I'll speak to you guys later.
See you in a minute.
Okay. Cool. So I figured it'd be quite good to have a little bit of time, just maybe talk about the hub that we're in here. So if anyone hasn't seen this before, this is our kind of player hub. So this is where players will sort of land when they first get into Crayta. From here you can explore these game cards, and you can see these are our sort of featured games at the moment. If we run up to these, we actually get a sort of preview. We should get a preview of a small video if it loads in. A different one. Okay, if that's not working. There we go. This one's working. So I think if they have a video assigned, we'll get a video to play. If not, I think it will just stay on the thumbnail. But actually what this allows us to do is kind of stand around and watch some of the gameplay and just get an idea of what the game is. And at any point we could press E to interact with this, or press X on the controller. And then we would actually jump into the instance or a running instance of this game. The players can make their own hubs. So this is just an example of what can be made. I see Steve's still here in the hub. So this is just an example of what can be made, but players would be able to make their own and have their own logic to get people to jump in and sort of show their own games off. So if you've got your own sort of favorite collection of games, you could kind of have a small scene, small environment that you've made. You could have these sort of game cards up to show your favorite games, and then meet with your friends there, and sort of treat Crayta as more of like a social tool. It doesn't necessarily have to be sort of full games that have been made. It's just kind of social spaces, for example, which is quite exciting. You know, it's more than just that sort of initial game building tool. Okay, I think I said enough of that. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump back into Sean and Maggie's game. We'll go see how they're getting on with Feed the Baby. Okay, guys, I'm back in here with you guys. How are you guys getting on?
Great. I don't know what you talk about. It's going wonderfully. Look at it.
Going wonderfully. Cool. Have we got anything we could maybe have a quick preview of?
Maybe if you give me like talk about something for like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
No, give me 30 seconds.
30 seconds. That's fine. No problem. Is there anything I can do to help, Maggie, or are you happy?
No, I think we're good.
It's looking good.
We had jungle everywhere, but what happened was it was so difficult to find the food.
Right. Yes.
If you look about you, there's some grass now, flowers, so wild grass, bits of jungle everywhere, and I'm gonna add in some more rocks, different types of trees, and maybe a bit of water somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I can see Adam's just joined us.
The baby has noodle hair.
It does.
Of course. I mean,
don't
why
say that every day.
why wouldn't it at this point? Cool.
Okay, so I'm doing some UI, which may hopefully work if we now press play. Are you
Okay,
ready?
go for it.
If it doesn't work, then it's going to ruin everyone's day.
Okay,
Oh, it didn't work.
it didn't work. Okay, never mind. We can still.
Pick up some food and throw out the baby.
Not sure I want to.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Oh wow, that was a bit over his head.
Oh, that was a very fast flying orange that just fired at the baby.
Yay! So would the UI show how much food the baby's taken?
How many points you got? I think you do have points. Why does that got to show it?
I mean, this is working pretty well. As scary as it is,
Yeah,
it does work.
it does work really well.
The moving arms actually provide another obstacle as well, because they sometimes get in the way of the
Yeah,
mouth.
they do.
How long did it take you guys to make this sort of voxel baby? Do you think it was one of the first things you threw together?
Just the baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll stop because the music's quite loud. Yes, it took like 5 minutes or
5
something,
minutes.
making a different bit. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
quick.
And then added the fire eyes.
Yeah, mandatory fire eyes.
Cool. Nice. Okay, well, it seems like you guys have really got this under wraps, which is good.
Definitely.
So, any help with that UI, or do you want Adam to maybe have a look, or are you good?
It's all JS stuff, so I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Oh, JS stuff, cool. Okay, I mean, maybe we could have a quick look just to show the stream how it comes together. So,
Sure.
I like that the baby in the world tree is all caps. So like it's even aggressive.
Baby.
Even aggressive in the editor. That's pretty cool. So
there is a on the user. There is a feed the baby.
Nice.
If it can.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I see that. So what we're seeing here, just for the purpose of the stream, is we're actually we can make all of our UI in game as well, and all of the UI is written in HTML and CSS, and then has sort of JavaScript as well to kind of make it dynamic. And we have sort of like a middleman, which is coherent game face. So game face is allows us to sort of bind data into the HTML. And from there we can do a lot of things with like kind of stats and numbers and health bars and styling, and it's a really powerful tool to make some really interesting, really quite powerful and exciting UIs in game. I'm just going to quick look here. So we've got this widget attached. So if I open this, so we see we get the code editor just the same as before. I don't know if you want to jump into feed the baby widget as well, Adam.
Yep, I'm here. Line 42.
Oh yeah, I can see that Sean's here looking at this. Adam's there. So again, the collaboration side of things carries over to the HTML editor as well. So it's not just for the Lua side. We can do all of our coding in the same editor in HTML in collaboration, which is, it's a really nice way to sort of get sort of prototypes of things out quickly. So you can really quickly get UI together, and then you can kind of spend some time in the CSS styling with CSS animations and all that sort of stuff to make it look really quite nice. Cool. Okay. Well, we'll probably just leave that with you then, Sean. It seems like you've got things under wraps.
Let's
Just
give it one. I want to give it one go. See if that works.
Oh no.
Yes.
Feed the baby.
Wow.
Nice.
And it lines up with the music.
Cool. Okay.
Great.
Just one quick thing, Russ.
Yeah.
I noticed there's some questions in the chat about some of the filters, so I don't know if you want to show a couple. And there was a question about 8-bit, which I know can be quite extreme on something like this, but we could have
an 8-bit
have a go.
baby.
That's okay. I will revert this, so don't worry, Sean and Maggie.
Not
But
to worry.
yeah, so we saw in the Shenton's game that they've got the color grading and post processors set. So those are actually drop downs that are available in the world settings. So all I have to do is change these to sort of get instant feedback as to what the game would look like. So in this case, if we threw a sepia color grading over, we'd kind of get this sort of Western look. if we went for something a bit more, well, a unicorn makes the baby look really scary. That's quite a cool one. Maybe Alien Planet. Alien Planet is like alien meat baby.
With a carrot on his head.
It's now gone through a carrot, yeah. So it's quite an interesting way of actually expanding the voxel sort of colours. So things will appear at different colours because we've completely sort of added this colour grade filter. So all of this kind of has this red look to it now as well. It's just an interesting way that you can make your games look very different. We'll reset that. So that's for the colour grading. We can also do a post-process, which is a bit more of like quite an extreme filter, like a shader over the top. So for example, we could do cell shaded. We should get an idea here of how it's kind of highlighting the edges of all the voxels to give us this sort of cell shaded look. Could pick something else. Let's go Technicolor. So again, it kind of acts a bit more like a color grading, but a bit more extreme. Halftone. Now this is a very extreme one, but it just kind of really pulls out the sort of the light areas of the scene up there. 8-bit. So 8-bit will be kind of like an 8-bit game. It kind of obviously reduces the sort of pixels. Quite an extreme case in this case, but for some games, you could create some really interesting, like maybe like a sort of some sort of platformer might do really well out of this sort of filter. One of my favorites is thermal though. Thermal's a great one. Yeah. So thermal actually works quite well for gameplay reasons as well. So it kind of highlights players in this sort of thermal camera. And the nice thing is we can access these post-processors and color gradings through the API. So we could actually set specific clients to have this filter on, whereas other ones wouldn't have it. So you could, for example, have a game of like hide and seek where the hunter gets thermal vision every so often. So these post-processors are kind of mostly for gameplay, mostly for sort of setting the scene. But actually there's no reason why we couldn't have them sort of specific for gameplay reasons. Okay, cool. Right, so we shall leave you guys to it, and hopefully we'll have a decent enough preview next time we come to you.
Okay, thank you for coming.
No problem. Okay, hi Swan family.
Hello.
Hey Russ.
How are you guys getting on?
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Do you want to come and have a look?
Yeah. I'll just pop in a sec. Realised that my music volume was down. Okay, party time.
Yep, that's us.
Okay. What are we looking at? Oh, this looks very different now. This looks really cool.
Yeah, so what things have, Toby, what things have you been doing?
So I've added a face onto the robot area, and if you look in the sky, you can see some flying cars, and when the game's played, those cars actually move through the sky.
Ah, cool. Nice.
You've added, we've got a roof on here now and some lights that turn on here. You can just about see the lights there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a rotator script on them, I think, have they, Toby?
Yep.
And what about Laura? What things have you been doing?
Doing stage, made the roof, and I've been adding a rainbow to the tunnel.
Oh yeah, the rainbow tunnel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to add more of the roof, so you actually need to.
Yeah. So yeah, so do you want to have a go?
Yeah, go for it if you guys are ready for it.
I think so.
Okay. I might try and play in first person. Let's see how that works out. Nice.
Yeah, we found a cartoon boy.
Yeah. Oh, destroy the robots. I really like this neon face. That's really cool.
Yeah, so they're just trying to do an animation now, so it winks.
Yes, yeah, I could see one of its eyes moving. Oh, yeah, back to here.
Oh yeah, you can see the cars are moving as well. Well done, Toby.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that looks really cool. Oh, destroy the robots. I'm too busy looking at the cars. I can't keep up with what's going on. Up through the tunnel.
I want to split up the round as well, but yes, it's a bit more frantic. Oh, we've made the roof too high now. You're supposed to crawl through there.
What? Okay,
You add the rainbow there so you can do.
oh, disco jump. Do we hit a certain point where it ends? Is there a score we're aiming for?
No,
Is
we
it
can
just
go forever
we
and
just
ever.
we just keep going?
Yeah.
I like it.
When we first discovered the jumping mechanic, Laura and Toby did it for about 10 minutes non-stop. Yeah, so that's
cool.
That's our game.
I like the way the music changes based on the round. That's quite cool as well.
Yeah, we can show you a bit of the code if you want. You can see
Yeah, sure.
how it works. So if we stop playing now,
Okay, yeah.
Oh, we're back in preview.
oh, Laura, do you want to stop us previewing? Laura? No, she can hear me. I'll stop.
There we go. Cool. Back in the editor. Okay.
Yes, if you come into advanced mode, Russ,
Yeah. Get my drone out.
there's a game manager. If you can you find that one, the game manager?
Game manager. Search. World tree game manager. Yep.
Yeah, so that on there has a script called a round manager. If you have a look at that, that's basically got the 3 game modes, and it just points to 3. Each one's got a launch function.
Yeah.
This is what I mean about when I discovered how these events just easily slot together.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
the shutdown has 3 shutdown functions. So then you can look at, like, if you look at game 1, and then edit the scripts on there, then it's nice and easy for us to just, as this game starts, play a new music track, turn on some lights, turn on the cars, make them move,
Cool.
whatever, and then shut down, just make it all destroy again. So it all keeps quite nice and neatly packaged. The game, each mini game just starts up and then shuts down as the round manager just says, start that one now, start this one now.
Nice, and that'd actually be quite a nice. It'd be quite easy, I imagine, to make a 4th, 5th, 6th game mode and just kind of plug them in the same way.
Yeah, it just goes for however many there are, and then does a randomizer and checks if it's not the same round as the current one, then go to that.
Very nice, cool. Okay, anything else you guys are planning to maybe do with this, or do you think you're almost there?
I think we're kind of there now, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, how are the others doing? Are they all?
I think everyone's kind of getting close to having something ready to play. So maybe next time we visit you, we'll just double check, and we might be ready to sort of have a big run around with everybody.
Big
So we'll
free-for-all.
see.
So if we get ready soon and publish,
Yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready, you can publish. That'd be good, and then maybe just hang around in the hub. That'd be quite good.
yeah, cool, okay.
Okay,
See you
cool.
shortly.
We'll see you shortly.
Bye.
Okay, I'm just going to back to the hub. So I haven't seen many questions in chat recently, but I think most people are having their questions answered. So as I said, as always, make sure you are asking plenty of questions. The mods are here to sort of answer any questions that you've got. Going to check that we're okay for the next game. But yeah, so I've seen some things about the sort of people talking about the music perhaps, but the music's really great. There's tracks that we do have in Crayta for you to use. It's a really, really, really cool collection of music. Matt, our audio director, he's fantastic at what he does. So sometimes actually I'll just be making games and just playing them in the editor. So I won't necessarily be having them in my game, but I'm just using them as music to listen to. They really are quite good. Okay, I think we're ready to go into the next game, so I'm going to jump back into Willow's world.
Hello.
Okay, how you doing, guys?
Great.
Yeah, everything going well?
Yeah, we've just been practicing our game.
Yeah.
Having a lot of fun. Willow keeps beating me.
Okay, that looks like I just fell over on the way in again, so just bear with me. So did Adam get the gun finished off?
I think it's almost there. It's a little bit powerful a weapon. It feels a lot like cheating.
It is a bit. Sorry. You may want to turn down the damage or the repeat timer. Or like any of the values on it.
I think all of the values on it, maybe.
Maybe just halve everything.
Okay, so again, I guess that's the beauty of the sort of property system that we have in Crayta. So we've got this gun that Adam's made, but we can just go into the scripts and just tweak the numbers in the properties to kind of change the way the gun feels. So we don't necessarily need to be doing any coding at that point. We can just go in and sort of tweak some numbers and actually start to refine the gameplay. Okay, so here I am. Okay, so you think you guys are ready for a little preview to have a run around in, or?
Yeah, let's have a go.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, I think I'm actually going to switch to my controller for this bit. Okay, so we'll see what we get for teams.
All right, Andy, it's us versus them.
Okay, me and you, Willow. Which I feel like I've got the advantage with the main map creator on my team.
Yeah, well, then there's all the secret routes. Let's defend inside, Adam.
That's a good idea, actually.
Well, they can hear us, can't they?
Yeah, this doesn't make for great competitive gameplay on the same server. But... Right, I'm going to try and...
Whoa.
I'm stuck in the water.
Okay, well, I am dead. It's down to you, Andy.
It's not going well.
Backups arrived.
Right, I'm going for the flag. Okay, I've got their flag, but I'm going to have to hide for a sec. Oh, okay. Tactical reload. Stand up. Oh,
yes!
Nice.
You're not getting down those stairs. Okay, Andy, cover me.
Let's go. Let's go. Go.
I can't get past you. You blocked entrance. Oh, there's someone in the water.
Yeah, I think Willow's got herself
I'll
stuck.
leave him.
Where's this super weapon? I want to find it.
Aha.
Here it is.
I have a flag.
Right, I've got a super weapon.
Right, Andy, I'm making a run. Cover me.
Whoa, this thing fires fast. I still can't get you with it.
You still have to hit them with bullets, though.
I like the prompt as well as press R2 to go crazy with the crazy gun.
I thought you might enjoy that. Oh, I'm getting shot with the crazy gun. But I could get my own.
I like that the front of it spins round as well. You did well with that.
Oh, I realised the muzzle detaches when you pick it up, so it just starts spinning by itself.
Cool.
Oops.
Okay, well, yeah, so if you guys want to jump back into edit and then maybe have a look at what that water issue was, but it seems like you've actually got a really fun little shooter together there. So we'll perhaps just leave you guys with it. It seems like you've got that under control. Whenever you're ready, feel free to publish that and then maybe hang around in the hub when you're ready, and we'll just jump in and have a big play as a big group in a little bit.
Sounds great.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, we'll see you soon. Okay, cool. That was actually really fun. So next, who should we go back to? The Broughtons. Oh, how are you guys getting on? Oh, sorry, I didn't give you any warning. I just jumped in this time.
Right.
How are you guys getting on?
We've got a complete loop now.
Excellent.
We've got a script problem perhaps with our second checkpoint, which we're just having a look at, because when we just did a run through just now, it didn't trigger when we hit it.
Okay.
And we've also made these death bars a little bit too difficult, so we're going to make it a bit easier.
Cool.
But we're almost ready for a proper run through. I don't know if yourself or Adam can have a look at the second checkpoint for us. It's the one that's
yeah, I shall try and
pontoon
summon
just before the 4 red death bars.
Okay, I'll try and summon him to this. But I'll load in a sec and have a look. Okay, so we're sort of hopefully going to be wrapping up slightly, not too long from now. We'll have a bit of a play test with all the families together playing through all the games.
Cool.
But if you do have questions, obviously let us know and we'll try and get this sorted for you. Soon. Do you have any errors in the console, perhaps?
Try again. All I've got is death by obstacle.
Death by obstacle. That's kind of the
I've
name
got
of the
lots
game.
of those. Yeah. So we'll have to perhaps do a preview. Let's go into a preview.
Yeah, if you could
Jacob,
get any errors,
Jacob's
that'd be
better
handy.
than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on then, Jacob. He goes. He's run straight. Nothing on the console at all.
No. Okay.
Now there is a possibility that we've put the checkpoints in the wrong order, of course.
Maybe.
But because we made it too difficult, we can.
Whoops. I just ran in and killed myself.
The next checkpoint works.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is the issue that it just doesn't return you to that checkpoint?
No, it's a case of it doesn't
Just doesn't trigger.
respond that you've gone through. Yeah, doesn't
Okay.
trigger it.
How's this game going?
So we're having an issue with checkpoint 2. We're just in preview at the moment, and I think checkpoint 2 isn't triggering that you've gone through it. So we'll go and have a look in the editor in a moment.
Okie doke. Yeah, I'll try and get through all of the obstacle course before we go back.
Yeah.
With any luck. Are my swinging axes being put to good use?
Oh yes.
Just realised that these death bar things, what are they made of? Not made of meat, is it? No.
I can tell you, I found them.
Just red
in the
plastic,
library,
maybe.
So
Okay. Yeah. Looks like it's red plastic, probably. Right, so I guess I've got to make a big jump to the box here. Oh, that was rubbish.
Nice. Okay, that is quite a jump, isn't it? Oh, I felt like I was so close.
Oh, I wonder if do I have to use... there's a bit of a puzzle to it, maybe.
Oh, you use one
not
of the
intentionally.
so-called bonbons.
Well, you could do.
Oh, maybe you'll
Oh
have
no,
a
Ross, you
fence.
pushed me off.
Okay, so whenever you guys are ready, we can go back to the editor, maybe have a quick look at this checkpoint for you.
Oops. Which one's checkpoint 2? Is that where the swinging axe is?
It's before the swinging axe.
So I guess it's where
Oh,
the red bars are.
Oh, checkpoint 2 is just a locator. It's got no children.
Ah.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't have a trigger on it by the looks of it.
But it looks like it's the same.
It's at the
in
same...
the same place as checkpoint start. And then your first checkpoint is called checkpoint 1. So I think you may have swapped those around unintentionally.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wonder if you can swap those round and just delete checkpoint 2. Would that work?
I think I'm going to give that a go. Just want to check what the next checkpoint is called.
Yeah.
The next one is called checkpoint 3. Okay, it might get a little bit confusing, but you're not going to have a checkpoint 2.
Okay, cool. I'll leave that with you guys. I might just jump out now and just quickly check in.
Oh, hang on.
with the other guys, but I'll leave that to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, how are you guys getting on? Sean and Maggie, do you think you're almost ready?
Hello.
I'm going to try and jump in and have a quick look, sneak peek. But if you're almost ready, it'd be interesting if you guys could publish with what you've got. I mean, we already saw that you've got almost a game of the year beforehand. So
Scoreboard. What?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you say game of the year. It doesn't really.
There's no scoreboard, and
You can play for 10 minutes and then everyone gets kicked out.
yeah, I mean that's okay. We've got a game where we can pick up fruit and throw it, so that's not a problem. So yeah, if you guys maybe wanted to just start kind of wrapping up your last couple of bits and then publish and come and hang out in the hub, that'd be fun.
Not a problem.
Cool. Okay, I'll see you guys in the hub shortly.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
All right.
Okay, I can see that our various families are now kind of hanging out in the hub, having a bit of a dance off. I think we've got 2 of the games ready, 2 of them hopefully being published shortly, and we'll have a big run around together. And we'll try and see how well we can get everybody in the same channel together. Everyone's voice chat coming through. So we will be probably not much longer left for the stream. So if you do have any questions you want to ask, make sure you ask them now. The mods are kind of ready and waiting to sort of answer any questions that you've got. If you're new here and you sort of are just kind of learning about Crayta, Crayta is a game development platform coming to Stadia exclusively this summer. We're a big passion for collaboration. A lot of what goes on is sort of the collaboration side of editing games together. We've got some people joining all chat now, so hi guys, you should all be coming through to the stream now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
There's a party going on here.
Oh yeah, a bit of nice and busy looking hub, that's what we like. So what we could do, once we've got enough people just here, you guys have published your games, so what do you think, Chris, about maybe having a quick run through party time?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if everyone wants to have a go at playing that.
Okay, so everyone should be able to press escape or start and go to play, and we should hopefully find.
So it'll be recently updated, yeah?
Recently updated party time, and we'll go into play mode. Okay, so what happens at this point in play mode is that we don't get the option to go back to editor at this point. We're kind of in a sort of isolated play game, but we're sort of all here together now.
The game.
The Broughton's are on their way. Excellent.
I think we got their checkpoint fixed, but we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Oh, it's going to be a high score, this one.
They're going to really test the limits of the game. I can see we've got more people arriving now, which is fun. Up through the tunnel.
I'm guessing we're in the Swans game?
Yes.
Yep.
In the chat.
All in here to kill the robots. You have to run and jump at them. Nice, good bit of carnage, that works well.
Disco jump.
Have you seen the flying cars, Adam? Toby's flying cars.
Oh, Toby should have a winking eye now on the robot logo.
Yeah. That's cool.
That is awesome.
Oh,
the flying cars are cool.
The flying cars are really cool.
How did you do that? Was that a rotate and move?
Yeah. Rotate and move, and I put some effects on the back of it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you made the effects as children of the object, didn't you?
So I moved with it.
Oh, does the music change for every round?
Yeah, Toby's changed one music for each one.
Awesome. Through the tunnel.
Okay, let's say when we hit 30,000, do we...
300,000, sure.
300,000? Yeah? Okay, let's go.
300,000's fine.
Yeah. After this round, so...
I love the robots one, that is cool.
Almost there.
Fun.
Through the tunnels to finish it off.
Oh yeah, one more through the tunnel. Everyone jumps their doom.
Done.
All right.
Excellent. Cool. Okay. All right. Well done, Swan family. So this was a game that you've made from scratch. Obviously, you brought in a few packages to help you, but how much fun have you guys had working together on this one?
Toby, cool.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
Toby's had a real penny drop now, haven't you? Now you know how to add these scripts and turn things on and off.
It's just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, Brill. So we'll jump into maybe the Shenton's game next. So you guys were working on Willow's game, Capture the Flag?
Yeah, so it's Willow's World, I think it's called.
Yep.
Willow's World.
Willow's World. Okay, so we'll go and play that one now.
Are you all jumping in?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Willow's World on the play menu. Oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, nice rendering mode.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a really fun looking game. Got 7 of us in.
Oh, yeah.
What
Okay.
game mode is it?
Over against the
Capture the Flag, this one.
Capture the flag. Okay.
Oh, this is very right.
yeah.
Top tip, go for the crazy gun at the side.
Going for it.
Take your life in your hand.
Oh, yeah, okay. Damn.
Enjoying my pink AK-47.
I'm dead.
Oh wow.
There's a sneaky mode up the side for the parkour fans.
Someone's swimming across the river.
I'm enjoying a destructible river.
No one can see me.
Oh, is it good?
I fell down.
Oh no.
Who's got a laser gun?
Oh, someone's just come in with my flag. Okay, I've got their flag, red team, so we need to get whoever's got the blue flag.
Go shoot randomly.
Oh wow, there's so many enemies.
I'm hiding.
Not hiding very well.
No, the flag's been reset.
There's a flag.
How the meadow works with this rendering effect.
Hmm.
That's really
Oh,
cool.
the flag's in the bedroom.
Yeah, I was saying that in one of the other games, how the colour grading can really kind of make all of the voxels actually look incredibly different, and it kind of makes the library that much bigger.
Yeah, I think we tried playing with it a bit too late, really.
Okay, I think blue team have got it.
One more second.
Bam.
Oh, 2-0 to blue.
Nice.
Okay. Very good.
Lily pads are cool as well. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Well, great effort, guys. That's really fun. So that was made from one of the CTF starter map, but then you've obviously made this entirely your own creation, which is good fun. How much fun did you guys have making this?
Willow?
A lot. Like I've learned a lot of new skills and stuff.
Cool. Okay. No, that's really good. Really good.
Oh, that's cool.
Well done, team. Okay. Shall we move on to Sean and Maggie, Feed the Baby?
Oh no, I'm a bit scared of this one.
Okay.
I'm not entirely surprised.
You're all in for a big treat, I can tell you that much. So, okay, so we'll go back to the play page and we'll look for Feed the Baby on recently updated.
Okay, we didn't. I made this on without a template. So once the 2-minute timer is done, it stops working. Yay!
Look at that.
Wow! Game of the year.
So the idea is you have to right click on the fruit to sort of stuck it up into your gun, and then left click it to sort of fire it into the baby's mouth.
Okay, as if it wasn't weird enough with the baby in the first place.
Yeah.
You have to suck up fruit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like it. I like the environment.
It's it's definitely on the sort of wacky side.
The flaming meat raw baby though is.
Oh, my pineapple's just stuck in the top of its mouth and not squealing.
I'll try and knock it in.
Knock it with a fish.
Classic sentence.
So Sean and Maggie, how much fun did you guys have sort of putting this together? It looks like you had quite a lot of fun.
We did.
Yes.
Yes, it was really fun. I love
love-
putting.
Maggie's been after making a giant feed the baby game for ages.
Yeah.
It's her imagination realised.
Nice.
I just thought I'd make it like a, I don't know, pixel platformer or something, and I never got around to doing it.
Well, there we go.
And never learned any programming languages, so this seemed perfect.
Okay,
Are you
we made a
okay,
game
Maggie?
now. It's a question you'll ask.
I thought you came up with this on the fly, but you've been thinking about this for ages.
For years.
Terrifying.
Comfort dream.
No one's knocked in the pineapple on its lip yet.
No, I think I've got one stuck there now as well.
That's a bonus score if you can.
Very quite cool. You can just fill his mouth with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Draw.
A draw.
I don't know. Yeah.
We didn't
Does it
defeat the
restart?
giant baby.
I don't know.
Everyone's a winner.
Oh,
2 more minutes. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no more fruit.
Cool. Okay. All right.
Everyone leave.
Okay. Well, that was good fun. Again, just a really interesting concept, but really great fun.
That's one way to put it. Yes.
Okay,
It's cool.
Team Broughton, are we ready with a published game?
I think you can say Magic Publish it.
Managed. Oh, I can see one. So should we just jump in? So this is Bon Bon Pourquoi, which is like an obstacle course set in like a Candyland. So we'll see how far we can get around this.
Okay, cool.
Okay, it's quite a group of us now. So I believe we head through this left-hand door over here.
Left-hand door's the entrance.
Okay,
I'm excited.
off you go.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
it's-
going to be interesting with so many people.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
I'm going to switch to the controller again
Oh gosh.
on this.
Oh no. Oh gosh. What's happening?
There's already deaths.
Although we're all going to collide with each other, aren't we?
Oh,
We need to form an orderly queue.
this game feels quite violent. It's a bit of a massacre on that first platform.
Everyone,
Time,
Go on with the
please.
first bit, but then what happens? Where do I go from here?
everyone's so patient.
Oh, no.
Wow. This is amazing.
Almost.
Brilliant.
It's important to get to this end machine.
It's a very English thing to do, isn't it?
Is
Talk to your doom.
is there a way out, or do I need to put myself on the spikes here, don't I, to get back?
Yeah, it's a case of hit the spike. and start again.
Cool. So Martin, how did you guys get on? Did you have fun doing this?
Yeah, it was quite nice to do something collaboratively, actually.
Yeah, cool.
We because we were both on different machines, we weren't arguing over the controller.
It's always a good start.
Yeah, so that was quite good fun.
I think that is one of the best bits, isn't it? When Toby's got stuck with things, I can be in the same world and say, well, let's have a look at that and fix it quite quickly and find the problems. It's really good for that.
That wasn't the case in this house. It was more Jacob, I'm stuck. Help me with something. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and how did you find it, Jacob? Have you sort of enjoyed what you've been doing?
I think he's muted himself.
Muted himself. No problem.
He's just speechless.
Yeah,
He's enjoyed it so
Speechless.
much. He is.
Speechless.
Cool. So we've seen the 4 games now. So if I don't know if chat want to let us know which game they sort of enjoyed seeing the most. I can see someone's already saying about the baby is the winner. Disclaimer: don't feed your real baby by throwing food at them.
It kind of works though.
I mean, definitely not out of some sort of physics gun that you've just found.
No.
We've got some people dancing in the middle. Some people have given up having a dance party. Right.
Yeah, afraid so.
I'm gonna have one more shot. See how far around this I can get. I got quite far.
The red blocks.
Party.
Oh no, I died by meat or velvet or something.
Yeah, I think it's like a red plastic. Right. I'm jumping the queue.
So what was the fourth game? We played.
I think this is the fourth game. So we should have played Party Time, CTF, Feed the Baby, and Bon Bon Pourquoi.
Okay, I missed the first one then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you guys missed the first one. But that's Party Time, which is available. I didn't quite make it. But yeah, you guys can go and give that a go anytime. I like how this is. We'll end the stream on this this little dance party that's going on over here. So brilliant. Okay, all right. Well, hopefully everyone's had fun. I know I've had quite a lot of fun jumping between all of your guys' editors. So I'm just going to say bye to you all in Discord now. So thanks everyone for helping. Thank you to the various sort of children that have been in. Look forward to see what you guys make. So thanks a lot.
Thanks, bye.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just going to go back to the hub. In fact, no, I'm going to stick in the dance party. So, okay. So that's been Crayta. That's been hopefully a real sort of wide variety of collaboration, showing you how lots of people can jump together to make games. We've made 4 games in the space of about an hour and a half, which is quite amazing. So if you are interested in what you see and you sort of want to know more about Crayta, then make sure you do subscribe here. We've got plenty of content already on the channel for you to check out. We've got various showcases from our indie showcase, where we had some indie developers actually come and make some of our games that will be available to play at launch. So if you want to go check those out, that'd be great. Yeah, as I say, subscribe and set up your reminders for live streams, because we have all sorts of content planned for the next few weeks, taking us up to our summer launch. We can also we have a Discord, so we're quite busy in Discord all the time. So if you do have any questions that didn't get answered in the chat, then make sure you hop over to Discord, and if a mod could just reshare that link, that would be great. As I say, we're pretty active in there, so we do our best to answer all of our questions that we get. Okay, and if I don't, we'll probably be back by next Tuesday. We have another stream coming, which it takes us back to our masterclass series, where we'll be teaching you a little bit more about a sort of certain element of Crayta. So thank you everybody, thanks to the mods, and we'll speak to you guys next time.